Hello everyone, welcome to our today's session. Dear students, today we are going to read about a very interesting story of our third chapter of Hornbill book. The title of the chapter is Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues, authored by A.R. Williams. In this story, we are taken back to the year 1922 and this continues up to 2005. This is an era during which a discovery of a mummified body was done by the archaeologist with the help of the old as well as new technology of medical science. In this story, we are also made aware about the Egyptian belief that they believed that life also exists after death. Okay, and those who are rich in this world also can carry their richness in the next world. They believed that if somebody is buried, means mummified after death, and if he is decorated, if he is garlanded with the valuable ornaments, that is gold, that means he is going to resurrect, means that gold will guarantee the rebirth of that person. So to explain this chapter in the easy way so that you can perceive it at the very first reading, I have made some key points, I have prepared some notes, and let us go through this. Discovering Tut, the saga continues. Tut here stands for the name of a young ruler, a young king whose name was Tutankhaten, and later he changed his name to Tutankhamun. Tutankhaten, okay, and later he changed his name to Tutankhamun. So what was the history behind the change of his name we will learn today. So this saga means a heroic story of somebody. This story continues. So the whole story revolves around the death of a young ruler who just ruled for 9 years. His name was Tutankhaten. He just ruled for 9 years. After that, he died, and he died mysteriously. Means his death was a mystery. Rather, today also it is a mystery. Okay, how he died, whether he died a natural death or he was murdered. What was his actual age at the time of his death? It is yet to be ascertained, is yet to be known by the people of Egypt. Okay, so as you know, if somebody is dead and the reason behind his death is not known, then certainly people being ruled by him will question the authority about the death. Okay, the same thing was going with the Egyptian people. So that is, the name of a king, young Pharaoh. In Egypt, the king was known as Pharaoh. Okay, Pharaoh, the young Pharaoh. So he was a worshipper of Amun god, that is a major god of Egyptians. That's why he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. Okay, he added the name of Amun god to his name. And let us know about the chronology of the rulers of Egypt. Amenhotep III was a ruler of Egypt, and he was probably father or grandfather of Tut, that is Tutankhaten. Okay, we are going to read about Tutankhaten. So Amenhotep III was grandfather or father. It is not certainly mentioned that whether he was his father or grandfather. So let us go ahead according to what has been mentioned in this story. Thereafter, his son appeared as Amenhotep IV. He was son of Amenhotep III. Let us know about some facts. What were the changes brought out in his reign, in his kingdom? And let me tell you, Amenhotep III ruled Egypt during an era which was known as the golden period of the Egyptian dynasty. Okay, his dynasty was the golden dynasty, golden period. Okay, like in India, the Gupta dynasty was the golden age. So Amenhotep IV promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk, a sun god का नाम था एटन, और उनको उन्होंने प्रमोट किया, मीन्स ही वॉज वर्शिपर ऑफ एटन. He changed his capital from Thebes, old city, to Amarna, a new place. Okay, so these were the changes brought out by Amenhotep IV, and he was not a good ruler for the people of Egypt. Let me tell you, the dynasty of Egypt saw the worst time during his rule. He smashed the images of Amun god and closed his temples, means he was against Amun god. It was the most horrific period of Egyptian dynasty, and the family was facing a rapid decline, means this dynasty was about to end. सो एमेनहॉटप IV के टाइम में इजिप्टियन डायनेस्टी में बहुत सारे चेंजेस आ गए. एटन गॉड की उन्होंने पूजा स्टार्ट करवा दी. थेब्स, जो कैपिटल थेब्स थी, वहाँ से उन्होंने अमरना में चेंज कर दिया इसको. और जो एमुन गॉड, जो बहुत ही पुराने गॉड थे इजिप्टियंस के, जिनको बहुत मानते थे, दे वर द बिग वर्शिपर ऑफ हिम, हिज इमेजेस, उनकी मूर्तियाँ, स्कल्पचर्स सब तोड़ दिए गए थे, और उनके जो मंदिर थे, टेम्पल्स थे, वो भी उन्होंने क्लोज करवा दिए गए. मीन्स ही वॉज अगेंस्ट द वर्शिप ऑफ एमुन गॉड. सो दिस वॉज ए मेजर चेंज in his rule. So obviously people might have gone against him, though he was a king, so no one could speak against him. That was something different. Changed his name to Akhenaten. Okay, on the name of Aten god, he changed his name from Amenhotep IV to Akhenaten. Okay, he added Aten at back. So ये लोग गॉड का नाम अपने पीछे ऐड कर लेते थे. Became wacky and died. Wacky means he became mad because his actions were also like that of a mad person. So he became mad and later he died. Thereafter, in the same dynasty, somebody named as Samenkhkare, okay, Samenkhkare, he appeared for a brief time and disappeared. Means this person came for a small duration in the dynasty and he disappeared, untraceable. Okay, आज तक भी वो कहाँ गए, कैसे मरे, it is not known to anybody. Okay, it is not known, untraceable. So after that, a young ruler named as Tutankhaten. So in this that is line of ruling, Tutankhaten, that is King Tut, was the fourth one. Okay, he was the fourth one. Tutankhaten took the throne of Egyptian dynasty. He was widely known as King Tut. Okay, people used to call him as King Tut. So what was the duty of Tut as a ruler? At first, as you know, अगर किसी ने हमारे साम्राज्य को तोड़ा है, उसको उसकी इमेज को ख़राब किया है, तो एक अच्छा राजा होने के नाते डेफिनेटली सबसे पहला काम उनका यही होता है कि वो उस साम्राज्य की जो पुरानी जो मान्यताएं थी उनको सबको वापस लाएं. ओके, सो द सेम ही डिड देयर. ही रिस्टोर्ड ओल्ड वेज ऑफ वर्शिपिंग. ओके, सो वर्शिपिंग के ओल्ड वेज क्या थे? टेम्पल्स में वर्शिप होना, एंड एमुन गॉड की पूजा करते थे वो लोग. सो ऑब्वियसली इन्होंने उसको वापस रिस्टोर किया. रिस्टोर्ड इमेजेस एंड ओपनड टेम्पल ऑफ एमुन गॉड. सो उनकी जो भी इमेजेस थी, मूर्तियां थी, उनको सबको वापस से उन्होंने रिस्टोर किया, वहाँ पे स्थापित किया और टेम्पल्स को ओपन करवाया जहाँ पे एमुन गॉड की वर्शिपिंग होनी स्टार्ट हो गई. चेंज्ड हिज नेम टू Tutankhamun. Okay, so Amun god, he was the worshipper of Amun god, and people of Egypt were the worshipper of Amun god. So Tutankhaten changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. Okay, Tutankhamun. He was a living image of Amun god. Okay, means he was a big worshipper of Amun god, and people considered him as good as Amun god. He was a very nice ruler. He was a benefactor of his people, right? So he was a living image of Amun god. He just ruled for 9 years. So this was very brief period of ruling of a king. Okay, just 9 years, very small period. Died mysteriously as a teenager. So that time he was a teenager. So it is known that his age was a teenage, means he was from 13 to 19, and it is said that he died in his late teenage. Late teenage means it may be 17 years, 18 years or 19 years. Okay, so it is not given as fact that what was his actual age at the time of death, but he died in his late teenage. So late teenage, either maybe 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever it may be. So he died as a teenager. You can just imagine कि as a teenager he ruled his dynasty, and it is the fact, whether it is tradition, that a king's son only takes over the rule of that kingdom, that empire. So Tutankhaten though was in his teenage, but he was given the command of the ruling of the dynasty. So his death was a mystery. This is the reason behind the discovery of King Tut's. Okay, that is what discovery of Tut, discovering Tut, the saga continues. His death was a mystery. It was not known how he died, and that was the fact people wanted to know. Okay, and that fact is still lingering. It is still a mystery among the people. It is not yet known how he died, what was his actual age at his death. Okay, whether his death was a natural one or he was murdered. So no data available about his actual age at the time of death and reason behind his death. So this is about Tutankhaten. Now the discovery, what are the efforts put in by the medical science, by the archaeologist, to discover about his death mystery. Okay, so he has been lying buried almost 3300 years. Okay, so he ruled thousands of years back. Okay, 3300 years से वो buried हैं, दबे हुए हैं. Okay, cremated हैं. But in the first time in 1922, in the year 1922, his tomb was excavated, exhumed, and a discovery was, his tomb was discovered first time by Howard Carter, a British archaeologist. So you know what is the job of the archaeologist? They dig out the facts related to human existence, and on the basis of that they try to establish some uh, stories behind them. Okay, that is their duty. Harappan, that is Indus Valley civilization, its revelation, its facts, and uh, what are the facts connected to it are the result of a hard work done by the archaeologists. Okay, सो 1922 में पहली बार हावर्ड कार्टर नामक एक ब्रिटिश आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट थी, उन्होंने इसकी इनकी जो किंग टट थे इनकी टॉम की डिस्कवरी की, मीन्स उन्होंने इसको खोज निकाला. व्हाट डिड ही फाइंड व्हेन ही डिस्कवर्ड दिस टॉम? ओके, जब किसी की टॉम को खोदते हैं और तो उसमें क्या क्या मिलता है? दीज वर दी फाउंडेड 3 नेस्टेड कॉफिन्स, मीन्स देयर वर 3 कॉफिन्स लाइंग क्लोज टू ईच अदर in his tomb. Richest royal collections, means with his tomb, in his tomb richest royal collection, valuable items were lying there. Okay, gold ke items, ornaments, eatable, that is utensils. Okay, that is pots, or you can say items which are used to save, to eat, that is in day to day life, whatever goods we require to support our living, they were all in the form of royal collection, means they were made of gold. So it was discovered there. Gold was believed to guarantee rebirth. So इतना सारा गोल्ड वहाँ पे क्यों दबाया के रखा था उनकी टॉम में? क्योंकि इजिप्ट के लोग इस बात में विश्वास करते थे कि जितना गोल्ड हम किसी के साथ दबाते हैं उतने ही उसकी पुनर्जन्म की संभावना बढ़ जाती है. ओके, गारंटी मिलती है उससे पुनर्जन्म की. रीबर्थ मीन्स resurrection. Okay, resurrection, this is one more word here, resurrection. Okay, next is belief that life after death exists. So Egyptian people believed that there existed a life after death, मृत्यु के बाद भी जीवन वहाँ पे संभव है. and all the useful items required to live are buried with the mummy. You know mummify means इजिप्टियन लोग डेड बॉडी को उसके ऊपर कुछ रेजिन्स, कुछ सम thick liquid paste is layered over the dead body so as to preserve it, and it is put in a coffin underground. So mummifying, that is known as mummifying. They don't cremate, they don't burn the dead bodies, they just bury it after putting a layer of some ritual resin, or you can say a thick liquid. Garlands of willow, olive leaves, these were the findings. Okay, the Howard Carter found all these things. Garlands of willow, olive leaves, these are the flowers, leaves, wild celery, that is ajwain, lotus petals, cornflowers, they all were indication of the fact that Tut died approximate or around in the month of March or April, because these flowers, these all flowers bloom only in the month of March or April. So इन सब से जो ये उनकी फूल मालाएं वहाँ पे ये ओलिव लीव्स की, वाइल्ड सेली, ये सब लगी हुई थी, इससे ये सामने निकल के आ रहा था एक फैक्ट कि somewhere around in the month of March or April, King Tut was buried. This much was revealed, but in which year, what time, it was difficult to ascertain. So next is body got cemented to bottom due to ritual resins. Ritual resins means a thick liquid paste. ये बॉडी के ऊपर लेप करते हैं इसका, ताकि बॉडी को प्रिजर्व किया जा सके, उसको टर्माइट से या किसी और जो इंसेक्ट्स होते हैं उनसे बचाया जा सके. सो ममीफाई किया जाता है उसको. सो वो इतना हार्ड हो गया था ड्यू टू प्रेशर एंड टेम्परेचर दैट द बॉडी गोट सीमेंटेड. ओके, इट गोट अटैच्ड टू द बॉटम ऑफ द कॉफिन, चिपक गई बॉडी उनकी कॉफिन से, बिकॉज ये जो रेजिन था, जो लिक्विड था, वो हार्ड हो गया लाइक सीमेंट. Major parts were chiseled away. Now what happened? Howard Carter once discovered this, had to take out the body because he was afraid of the thieves. He thought that during night the thieves would beat the watchman and they would take away the body and rip off all the ornaments from him. Means रात को लुटेरे आएंगे, बॉडी को उठा ले जाएंगे, उससे जो भी ऑर्नामेंट्स हैं, गोल्ड ऑर्नामेंट्स, वो सारी की सारी वो चुरा ले जाएंगे. सो इस डर से हावर्ड कार्टर के पास में कोई और सॉल्यूशन नहीं था बॉडी को निकालने का, बिकॉज इट वाज सीमेंटेड टू द बॉटम, चिपक गई थी. सो उनके पास क्या था, उसको काट के निकालना था. सो मेजर पार्ट्स वर चिजल्ड अवे. ओके, चिजल इज एन इक्विपमेंट ऑफ मेटल which is used to cut some hard equipment portion with the help of hammer. Okay, joints were severed off. Major joints like neck, legs and hands, they were severed off, cut off, because तभी वो ornaments वहाँ से निकाल सकते थे. और उनका जो डर था हो गया, thieves would rip off the ornaments. All valuables supported the belief that rich would carry their richness after death in the other world. Okay, so these are the important facts I am sharing with you. This was the belief of Egyptian people. वो मानते थे कि जो जितना उनके पास में हम गोल्ड या वैल्यूएबल ऑर्नामेंट्स एंड आइटम्स दबाएंगे डेड बॉडी के साथ में, उतना ही उनका रिचनेस जो है बना रहेगा, उतने वो अमीर रहेंगे नेक्स्ट वर्ल्ड में भी, इन दी इटर्नल जर्नी ऑल्सो. सो आफ्टर 1922 when Howard Carter discovered, in 1968, after 40 years, approximate after 40 years of Carter discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy. Okay, he did an x-ray of the mummy of King Tut. क्या जानने के लिए कि वो कैसे मरे थे. Okay, but X-ray, you know, X-ray gives an image of our skeleton, nothing more than that. And later on, you know, a CT scan machine was developed, was prepared by the scientist, and this was a major advancement in our medical science. And let me tell you, one CT scan is equal to 1700 X-rays. Okay, so you can just imagine 1700 X-ray. If you put together in cross section, then whatever content we get from 1700 X-ray can be made available with the help of only one CT scan. So nowadays in hospitals these items are kept, that is CT scan. It is preferably used to analyze the body condition or assess the disease. So that professor x-rayed the mummy and there were some findings. He found something startling. After doing x-ray, in the x-ray what was reported? Chest bone and front ribs of Tut body were missing. Okay, chest bone and front ribs were missing. So ये क्यों हुआ था? क्योंकि हावर्ड कार्टर ने चीजल भी किया था, बॉडी को काट के निकाला था, और उसमें कुछ चेस्ट बोन और कुछ बॉडी के जो फ्रंट रिब्स हैं आपकी चेस्ट की, वो सब टूट गई थी उसमें और वो मिसिंग थी वहाँ पे. दिस वाज डन. देयर आफ्टर मेडिकल साइंस डिड ए लीप इन इट्स टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट एंड they developed a CT scan machine. Okay, and CT scan machine was developed to focus on the mystery behind the life and death. Okay, what is the mystery behind life and death? That was meant to be searched or diagnosed with the help of CT scan. It did not focus on the treasures, डेड बॉडी के पास में क्या क्या वैल्यूएबल आइटम्स रखे हैं उनकी सर्च करने के लिए ये सब चीज़ें, ये सीटी स्कैन का यूज़ नहीं होता. सीटी स्कैन का यूज़ था कि ज़िंदगी और मौत के पीछे जो रहस्य है, जो मिस्ट्री है, वो क्या है. सो ये उसमें हेल्प करने के लिए इसकी डिस्कवरी की गई थी. वन सीटी स्कैन मशीन one CT scan is almost approximately equal to 1700 X-rays put in cross section. Okay, put together in cross section. एक बार 1700 X-rays की हम जो डिटेल लें वो बराबर होगा 1 CT scan की, right? Later in 2005, approximately 80 years after Carter's discovery, CT scan was done by Zahi Hawass. किसका? किंग टट का CT स्कैन किया गया 2005 में, और उस CT स्कैन में क्या निकल के आया सामने? व्हाट वर द फैक्ट्स रिवील्ड बाय दैट CT स्कैन? Scattering pixels developed a head shape of Tutt's head. Okay, so pixels emerged, and when they clubbed together, they developed a head shape of King Tut's head. टट का जो हेड था वैसी एक शेप बन के आ गई उससे CT स्कैन मशीन में. Neck vertebrae appeared clearly. Vertebrae means a part of backbone which passes through our neck. So that appeared clearly. And let me tell you, no major disruption of body parts was recorded by this CT scan. However, they could not ascertain the actual death, region of death and actual age. Okay, age and death region is still a mystery. वो अभी भी CT स्कैन से निकल के नहीं आ पाया. Okay, dear students, this was an outline story of this lesson. In next session we will read the text and you will understand it in a better way. You might have made an outline or the story of this whole chapter, and the textual study will solely depend on this outline. Okay, so you will understand in a better way, I can assure you. Thank you. Have a nice day.